In 2012, Mulder had a vision of adopting a village, to investing in a particular community somewhere around the world to sort of maximize our impact. And it was decided, or we looked around our community and we saw a place not too far away where there was a facility and an opportunity to get involved right away at Autumnwood Village, which is a trailer park here in Wetumpka.
I wish I could tell you there was some great plan that we had in place, but honestly it was just a God thing and there was no plan involved on our part. We were given the opportunity to purchase this facility for $1, and we sat on it for several months before we made a decision to do anything with it, and it was almost as if God was saying, you know what, now's the time. We had some students who were interested in serving in our community, and we just showed up one Wednesday, started passing out flyers, inviting people to come and enjoy a worship experience, free pizza, no questions, no strings attached. And it was just an awesome turnout, an awesome response, and something that we've coined, a phrase that we've adopted here at the Village, is consistency over time brings life change. And so we just keep showing up. We keep being here, and over time that has given us an in with the families, it's given us an in with the community, and they trust us now.
We started 3 summers ago, and over the last 3 years we've averaged between 25 and 30 young people from 7th grade all the way down to kindergarten that come on a regular basis. They come to our ministry every Monday for a study hall. And in that study hall, we pair them up with some of the adults from our church. We go over their homework for the week. We try to help them understand their homework assignments. We help them with big projects that maybe they weren't able to do because they couldn't get the materials or understand the projects. And we've seen incredible benefits from being down here just once a week for an hour. We have had several students make the honor roll for the very first time in their life. We had a student just recently that on Facebook made a comment that she made all A's and B's for the first time. And Heath Croft, our youth pastor, our student pastor, responded back to that by saying, "I'm very proud of you," to which this young lady responded, "I'm very proud of myself." And I think you understand the significance of what that young girl was saying. Her self-esteem, her self-image has been boosted. It's been lifted up because she's very capable of making these grades. And now, because of Mulder Church and the ministry in Autumnwood, we are able to provide that opportunity for her to do her best in school. It's quite a thrill to be a part of that. Wednesday nights is more of an open community event where we feed pizza to anybody in the village church or in the Autumnwood Village that wants to come. And not only do they get an opportunity to eat a meal if they choose to, we also have a student-led Bible study with all the children from the village that come. By student-led, what I mean by that is our students from Mulder Church actually lead the ministry down here. They play the music, they lead the singing, they teach the lesson. They're with the children outside playing with them and investing in them. And it's just an incredible experience to watch our students at Mulder serve God by making a difference down at Autumnwood in the children's life. Also, over the last couple of summers, we've seen some significant things happen in the trailer park. We have been able to paint 14 trailers. We've been able to put several decks on homes for families. We have put wheelchair ramps on where there have been some people that have children with disabilities, and so they're able to get them more easily into their trailers. We're putting in some food gardens where we're planting these gardens right outside their trailers so that they can have fresh vegetables by just keeping up with it and taking care of their own garden.
Well, we heard about this, and I love kids, and thought this might be a wonderful opportunity to see if we could help some of them with their reading and just general studies. And it's been an extremely rewarding experience. We started with Maria last year and was working very well studying history, and then she had to have help with math and she lost me. So I now have Donnie, who is now in the 3rd grade, and we have bonded incredibly. I really love this kid. It's such a rewarding thing to pull up to school and have this little boy come up and give you a huge hug.
It's been really cool to get to be involved in a ministry here. We've seen so many differences in the lives of the children here. We've got to work with them, and we've seen their grades improved. We've seen them grow in Jesus, and we've seen the difference that they've made in this community. We've seen how they've affected the adults here. They've made a difference too, and they've impacted us more than they will probably ever get a chance to impact them. So it's been really cool to get to be involved with it.
Probably a year ago when a gentleman rode by and waved to me, and then he came walking back over about 15 minutes later, and I'd never spoken to him. I'd seen him ride by several times, but he came back to the church. It was a Wednesday night, and everybody was out playing in the yard, and he walked up and he said, "I've been wanting to stop for several months and tell you this." And my wife said, "Why don't you go back tonight and tell him what's on your heart?" And then he looked at me and he said, "You guys have been in here for about 2 years." This was about a year ago. And I just want you to know that you're the best thing that's ever happened to this trailer park, what y'all are doing here. It's safer in the streets. The children are playing with each other. They're riding their bikes around. People are cleaning up the trailer park. There seems to be more pride. And that just did my heart good, because it was just affirmation to me that what we're doing down here is making a difference, because we're just trying to be the hands and the feet of Jesus.
We believe that other churches can replicate what we've been doing. Every community, every church has an Autumnwood village that they can invest in. It might not look exactly like what we're doing, but it involves being present in the community, going there faithfully. The members of the community recognize that you're there, they know you're coming back, and getting on the ground and listening to the people, seeing what their needs are, and listening to God's Spirit to see how the ministry is going to look, how it will develop. So we believe this can happen, and it's exciting that we have the opportunity to share the story of the Village Church with churches in our annual conference in conjunction with Fresh Expressions, because we believe that this is something that other churches in our annual conference can do to grow the kingdom.